Wow, hi Helen, thanks for all the hearts and the like. Okay, hi everyone, hi Elizabeth. Yeah, a very good afternoon to all of you. I believe you all have a good time spending an hour with Mavis, learning from her how to make yummy porridge. Okay, porridge has always been my choice of comfort food. So I hope you all had a great time with Mavis, and thank you for joining me today. Okay, so I'm going to teach you a very simple recipe. We are just going to cream bake our salmon, and in the TM bowl I will cook pasta to go along with my salmon. And apart from that, I promise a little snack, which is the Brazilian cheese puff. Okay, so this is a very common snack for almost all TM users. Okay, I know back in the TM31 time when we first joined and bought our TM31, everyone was making this Brazilian cheese puff, and I do not know why some of you have never heard of this. Perhaps you are too pampered with too many recipes from Cookie Dough. Okay, that's why you forgot about this good old snack. Anyway, I'm going to show you how to make it today. Let's take a look at what are the ingredients that I have asked you to prepare. Yeah, so we need 700 gram of salmon stick. So in the cookbook itself, so let's take a look. So we are making a recipe from this volume 5 cookbook. Yeah, so in the cookbook itself, it is 2 pieces, right? It's 700 gram, 350 gram each. So today I have 4 pieces, which is slightly above 700 gram here. Okay, so I will make a little bit more sauce, but you can go ahead and follow the ingredients that I have asked you to prepare if you have 700 gram or 2 pieces of a salmon stick. I have 4 pieces here, so I'm going to make a bit more sauce to go with the salmon. So let's take a look at what are the things that we need. Our oven has already been preheated, so we need oh yeah, look at my orchids. My friend just delivered, my friend Yan, she's staying nearby my house here. She just delivered a big bouquet of orchids for me yesterday. Yeah, so she always always whenever she cut her orchids, she will keep a big bouquet for me and bring over. Okay, so thank you so much, Yan, for your orchids. And I can't wait to see your king fa. You know, I was talking about the king fa. I cannot remember what's the name, but this flower only blooms at night. Okay, so she promised that she will give me a small cut. She said it's very easy to plant. Anyway, yeah, let's go back to our recipe. I have prepared for you 700 gram of salmon fillet. This is more than 700 gram, yeah. But as what I have mentioned in the ingredients to prepare, it is 700 gram. You need 2 pieces. Each piece weigh 350 gram. So what are the next ingredient that we need? We need whipping cream, 180 gram. Now I am using 270 here. Okay, you can go ahead and follow the ingredients list which I have given you last night. So I am using 270. You can go ahead and use 180. So we are going to grate 2 cloves of garlic. Okay, if you like garlic, you can grate more into the cream. All right, just grate into the cream. So this is a good grater. You guys always ask me what I use. This is microplane. Okay, we are going to grate the garlic into the cream. So I'm just grating the garlic into my cream. Two cloves, you can use more. Today I'm using 270 gram of whipping cream. 270 gram of whipping cream. If you follow the ingredients list which I have given you last night, is 180. Yeah. Now this is a recipe in my volume 5 cookbook that is in the category of special recipes. Special recipes means you do not need anything other than the oven. Okay, you do not need to use the Thermomix, but this is purely an oven recipe. because the volume 5 cookbook is titled Bake with Flavors. Okay, it's not B-I-G, it is B-A-K-E, Bake with Flavors. All right, so we grate a few cloves of garlic into our cream. Okay, so we have all the garlic grated into our cream. And then we will add our dill and fresh thyme. Dill, okay, I got this from my garden. It's not a garden, it's a bush. It's very easily grown. The only thing that I can plant is this dill, which I just left it like that, and it grows so well. I can grow the blue pea flower as well, which grows very well also. So we are going to put in just a bit of the dill here. I mentioned we need 1 tablespoon of chopped dill. So we just agak-agak. Use your own estimation because this is fresh herbs. If you do not have fresh dill, you can always replace with a teaspoon of the dried one, okay? I mentioned here you need 1 tablespoon of fresh dill chopped. So we are just going to tear it, okay? No need to chop, just tear it. Yeah, it smells good. It goes well with salmon. Okay. And I mentioned that we need 2 sprigs of thyme. If you do not have fresh thyme, you can use the dried one. Perhaps a teaspoon as well. Okay. So it smells good. So we just put in our thymes here. 2 sprigs, only the leaves. Remember to preheat your oven, yeah? So this is a very easy recipe and I bet all your children will like it. If they like salmon, you know my children, they don't eat any other types of fish, they only go for salmon. So and fish and chips because it is deep fried. So but this they eat, okay? This they eat. So the sauce, okay, now we need to add in our pepper, ground black pepper and salt, okay? Ground black pepper and salt. We are going to mix into our cream here. Now if you want to add a bit of chicken stock powder, you can. You know, my mom always say 即係啲降頭落去好食啲嘅，降頭 to her 降頭 means if direct translation it means black magic. But anyway, what she meant is put a bit of Ajinomoto, a bit of MSG. Everything tastes better. So so now this is the cream. I'm going to use a mini whisk to mix everything together. Okay, and then we will pour it into our fish, and then we will go straight into the oven to bake. All right, so it's a very simple recipe. You don't need anything other than the oven. I'm using a recipe from my volume 5 cookbook. Later I will show you. Now since we have a bit of time, now we will just go ahead and bring our water to a boil. All right, now I have 1000 grams of water here, 1000 grams of water here, 1 tablespoon of olive oil and half a tablespoon of salt. Let's bring this to a boil. I'm using the TM6, so to bring water to a boil is very easy. You just choose the kettle function. Okay, you just choose the kettle function. If you do not have a TM6 and if you are using TM31 or TM5, probably you will need 7 to 8 minutes, depending on the temperature of the water that you use, to bring 1000 grams of water to a boil. But because I'm using TM6, I just choose the kettle function. All right. So we are going to mix the cream sauce together, just to mix it well. And then we are going to pour it into our fish here, all right? So just pour it. the sauce into the baking dish, and then we are going to bake the salmon. I like to make this when we are having parties for the children. I like to make this dish as well, just because it's very easy. Even the children can make this for their friends who come over for the parties. Okay, so we're just going to okay. Alright, now we are going to bake this in the oven. Now some people actually prefers a drizzle of olive oil. That is fine as well, but if you are not doing that, it is okay, absolutely okay. Just bake just a little bit of drizzle of olive oil, that's all. Now this is an optional step. You can just bake the salmon straight away. Okay, so off into the oven, in a preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius for about 25 minutes. Okay, depending on how thick is your fish. Okay, this thickness 20 to 25 minutes is okay. So I'm going to bake this first. Now the water is boiling. This is for our pasta to go with our salmon, so I will put this in the oven first. Yeah. So we need about 20 to 25 minutes. Now it's 12:13. Yeah, now it's 12:13. So 12:30 we should go and check our fish. Yeah, 12:30 we should go and check our fish. So this is done. Now our water is boiling. So once our water has boiled, we will put in our pasta to cook for 12 minutes. I'm using spaghetti. Okay, different pasta maybe needs different timing to cook, but for spaghetti we need 12 minutes at Varoma reverse spoon speed. Alright, so we have a bit of time. Let me introduce to you the cookbooks that I have. Okay, so today we are making a recipe from my volume 5 cookbook. It is titled A Celebration of Big Flavors. Okay, a celebration of big flavors, not big with flavors. You see, I also forgot the title of my own cookbook. This is called A Celebration of Big Flavors. Big, B-A-K-E, big. Okay, so this is volume 5. Today we are making a recipe from this cookbook, cream baked salmon, to go along with our olive oil tossed pasta, very plain pasta. Okay, because the cream baked salmon is very luxurious. The cream sauce is very fattening, so it goes well with a squeeze of lemon juice if you prefer, and just simple olive oil tossed pasta, EVOO. For some of you who don't know what is EVOO, if I given you the ingredients list last night, it is actually extra virgin olive oil. Okay, EVOO, I think is made famous by Rachel Ray. Okay, you should know if you know her. EVOO, it means extra virgin olive oil. Okay, so we are making a recipe from this volume 5 cookbook. So we are done with the cream baked salmon. The salmon is baking now, and we are boiling the water. So let's talk about Saturday. Saturday we are going to make a snack for the children. This is actually a recipe chosen by Simone. So she will join only for the crackers part. She said, "You talk too much, you talk non-stop. I'm very boring standing there listening to you talk." So she will only come when it's time for her to make this cheddar crackers. This is we are going to show you live tomorrow, this one at 11:30. Yep. the water has come to a boil. We are going to cook. Just remove the MC cup. We are going to cook 250 grams of spaghetti at 12 minutes. Varoma, reverse spoon speed. So let the pasta swirl into the TM bowl. Once everything is inside, we will just cover with the MC cup, okay? So this Saturday, Simone will come only for the cheddar crackers, she said. Okay, she don't want to stand there and listen to the mommy talk. You talk non-stop. I'm very sleepy, very tired. I don't want to waste my time. Okay, Saturday is supposed for her to play. Anyway, yeah. So we are done with one recipe almost. Now we are waiting for it to cook. Let's take a look at my volume 4. Okay, this is my volume 4 recipe. Okay, this is my volume 3 cookbook. This is my volume 2 cookbook. Alright, and this is my volume 1 cookbook. Okay, so you can purchase all these cookbooks from my website. Even for international buyers, you can purchase from my website www.anniesaviorkitchen.com. Okay, do follow me on my Facebook page where you are watching the live now. Do give a like to follow and join these two groups in Facebook. Okay, when you join these two groups, you can post anything that you desire about your food, about your cooking. Okay, these two groups, Annie Savior Kitchen and Simone Savior Kitchen, Happiness is Homemade. Join the groups and you can post whatever you like about your cooking, about the videos, about other lives, okay, but related to cooking and food. Okay, you can also follow me on Instagram and YouTube. Okay, so many ask, until today there are still many people who ask. Yeah, my cookbooks they do not have any repeated recipes. Okay, all the 5 cookbooks, even in future cookbooks, there won't be any repeated recipes. And all cookbooks comes with steps for TM6, TM5 and TM21. Okay, and it also has a separate section for non-Thermomix users. Okay, now there is a section for Thermomix cooking and there is a section for non-Thermomix cooking as well. Conventional cooking. So everyone can purchase the cookbooks, no worries. And so I promise another recipe, which is the Brazilian cheese puff. It's a very simple recipe. In fact, wait, yeah. All the pasta has swirled in, so we can now. Okay, so yes, the Brazilian cheese puff. You can use the Thermomix. You don't use the Thermomix is okay as well. So what we need is first we must grease the baking tin. Okay, this is non-stick. Actually, you don't grease is also fine. I got this from Mr. DIY. This is a smaller, it has a smaller cavity than the normal cupcake or muffin trays that you have. Alright, so I'm going to just quickly spray this with a bit of cooking spray. Alright. Okay, so now we have greased the baking tray. I greased, okay, now you can see there is 12 cavities, right? Normally I will only spray the 9. So this is I will leave it empty because it will make it easy for me to remove from the hot oven. Okay, if you fill this up, you will only have this corner to hold when you want to remove it. So I will always leave this area empty. Okay, so let's put this aside, and what we need to do is we are going to place all the ingredients into TM bowl to mix for 10 seconds at speed 4. But today I'm going to show you the conventional method, which is just a mixing bowl and a whisk. All right. So let's take a look at, let's take a look at what are the ingredients that we need to mix in here. Okay, all the ingredients means the onion powder, the garlic powder, the salt. We need half a teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of onion powder, and half a teaspoon of salt. Now if you do not have garlic powder or onion powder, it is fine. Okay, that's optional. It's optional. Then we need an egg. All right, we need an egg. And then we need 50 grams of cooking oil. So, let's measure this. We need 50 grams of cooking oil. All right. We need 50 grams of cooking oil. Then we need 165 grams of full cream milk. 165 grams of full cream milk. And we need 180 grams of tapioca flour. Okay, 180 grams of tapioca flour. All in. So we are going to whisk this together just to mix. Then we will pour this mixture through a sieve to remove all the lumps. Thank you so much, to everyone who wrote me messages, because I wasn't well the past few days. I think it's due to the weather, and overworking as well. But anyway, I always believe that we must also take control of our life and our mind. If you keep telling yourself that you are tired and you need rest, you are not well, then the chances of recovering will also be slowed down. So that's why I decided to do a live today. Okay, but anyway, I am well, I am okay. So thank you for the messages. So we are going to pour this through a sieve. Into a mixing bowl, into another mixing bowl, to remove the lumps. Okay, now if you are using the Thermomix, you will mix this everything together for 10 seconds at speed 4. Okay, there are many recipes online actually. They even blend the cheese together, but as you can see from my photos, I prefer my puffs to have all the tiny little dots of melted cheese that is darker in color for the rustic look. So if you blend everything together, including the cheese, you will get a one-tone puff. You don't have all the burnt cheese color in your puff. Mine one has a lot of all those colors, so it's actually your choice. Okay, so I will still suggest you to just mix the batter, pour it through a sieve, then only we fold in the grated cheese. Okay, then only we fold in the grated cheese. I'm using mozzarella here, and we just need how much? 120 grams of grated cheese. Okay, 120 grams of grated mozzarella. I'm using a combination of mozzarella and parmesan. Parmesan is a bit salty. So, yeah. So just pour the mixture through a sieve. And then we fold in our grated cheese. Okay, so we just fold in our grated cheese. Okay, now you can absolutely use the Thermomix to do this. Okay, you can whip the batter for 10 seconds at speed 4, then you do the same, pour it through a sieve to remove lumps, and then fold in your grated cheese. Okay, so this is considered done. The batter is done, and now what we need to do is, what is left for us to do is just to fill up the cavity until a 3/4 full. So all the Thermomix users should know this recipe. It is so popular during our time when we bought the TM31. So let's not forget the good recipes, yeah? I know everyone is too pampered with too many recipes, too much recipes to cook, don't know what to choose from, you know, from the cookie dough. But this is a very good old recipe for those old Thermomix users like us. So just fill it up, you can see, right? And then we will bake this for about 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, just 10 to 15 minutes will do. This is gluten free because there is no flour. Using tapioca flour only, and it's chewy because of the tapioca flour. So you either like it or you don't fancy. But my children likes it. The small one ate 8 pieces. My elder girl ate 4, so left a few for us. Okay, so our pasta is done. Let's drain it out first, okay? So I will carry on. Yeah, you can use cheddar, no problem. You can use Gruyere, any type of cheese actually, but try not to use too strong the smell, because some children they don't take too strong cheese. Okay, so we are just going to drain out our spaghetti here. Let us take a large colander. So just pour out the pasta. Okay, we have drained out the pasta, so we will just toss it with a bit of EVOO, extra virgin olive oil. And then we will serve our pasta with the cream baked salmon later. Okay, so just toss it with a bit of olive oil and set this aside for later use. let's carry on with our Brazilian cheese puff. Actually, there is a name for it, but I don't know how to pronounce. Better not say. So, alright. Okay, this is okay already. So just use your finger to wipe away the... Alright. So we are going to bake this now. I have already said I will not fill it up here because this is actually my handle. It's easier for me to handle if I don't fill it up here, okay? So this will go into the oven to be baked at 220 degrees Celsius for 10 to 15 minutes. But let's check our salmon first because we are using different oven temperature. What's the time now? Okay, I think our salmon is almost done. I don't know anything about gardening. Do you need lots of water to grow? I cannot answer you. I believe every plant needs water. Okay, whether lots of water or not, I don't know. But Malaysia is so hot. If I can grow it, I think everyone can grow it. I don't even know how to grow anything. So anyway, let me remove the salmon and show you first. And then I will increase the temperature and put in our Brazilian cheese puff. Okay. So this is our salmon. Let's use a chopstick to see if it goes through smooth. Yes, it is cooked. Alright, so it is cooked. And now we are going to increase the oven temperature to 220 to bake this for 10 to 15 minutes, okay? So you can still hang on and check on the results later. And meanwhile, I will plate the pasta and the salmon, alright? So we will check the puffs 10 minutes later, which is 12:44. Must twist my ear to remember. Sometimes the minute you smell it, it's overdone already. Anyway, yeah. So let's continue to fill up our Brazilian cheese puff batter into this. It will make, if you are using this size, it will make probably about 20 to 21 puffs. Yeah. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Lately, a lot of foreigners from overseas, like Australia, UK, and America, they are starting to look into my cookbooks and make an online purchase through my website. So really appreciate the help that everyone trying to spread the words and share. And yeah, don't forget to like and share the video. Yeah, so it means a lot to us if you can share and like our videos. And some of you suggested that I add the ingredients list into my live video, which I already did this morning. Yeah, so all my live videos will now have the ingredients list given to you. Okay, so now this is what I can do for you out of love. So I hope that you all will be kind to one another as well and share the video. And some of you are very thoughtful to reply that you know, you should really get Annie Xavier's cookbooks and not just keep asking for her recipes. I'm okay with anything, so I'm very thankful to those who support me a lot, but I'm also very thankful to those who tune in to watch me. Okay, so there's nothing you need to do for me. All you need to do is just to pass the love around and treat someone better. Okay, so like my mom always when she always teaches this: ask not what others can do for you, but what you can do for others. Okay, so yeah, this is a tiny bit of gesture that I can do for you. Since you all asked for the list of ingredients to be posted along with the video, I have already done that this morning. Now sometimes I encourage you, it's not that I don't want to give you the recipe straight up like that. It's I will always encourage you to watch the live, because there are you will learn more from watching the live than to just read a recipe like that. Okay, there are tips that we share during the live that might be useful to you, that we will not put in the book. Okay, so yeah, it's always I don't force you all to do things that you all don't like, but it's always you will learn more if you watch the video. Now, see, it's I have a bit of leftover. Can see or not? Just a bit only. Maybe I can put in here. Let me grease this last. Yeah, put all in. Okay, so we will put this in the oven now as well. So like I said, I will always leave some space here so that it's easy for me to handle, to hold the tray when I put in and take out. So this will go into the oven for 10 to 15 minutes, like I said, 220 degrees Celsius, alright? So hang on. Let's plate our pasta. Okay, we have pasta here, a plate of pasta, and let me take out a piece of the salmon. Oopsie, our salmon break into 2 pieces. Anyway, it's okay. So this is lunch. My pasta break into 2 pieces. Anyway, it's cooked. That's why it breaks. Yeah, so this is our lunch today, and you can serve it with a squirt of a squeeze of lemon juice to cut through and balance off the greasiness of this recipe, but my children will not do that. So yeah, this is lunch for us. It's a very simple, a very quick lunch that I hope everyone will do this recipe. Okay, so hang on a little bit more if you want to see the Brazilian cheese puffs. All right, so if you want me to repeat the recipes, I can, because we have a bit of time now, and you guys always like me to repeat. Okay, so to make the Brazilian cheese puffs, we just need to make a batter. Okay, you can do it in the TM bowl, you can do it in the Thermomix, or you can do it using the whisk and a bowl. Okay, so what we need to make the batter is 180 gram of tapioca flour, 165 gram of milk, 50 gram of cooking oil, 1 egg, half a teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of onion powder, and half a teaspoon of salt. Okay, you mix everything together using a whisk, or you can do it in the TM bowl for 10 seconds at speed 4. Okay, then you pour out the batter through a sieve to remove the lumps, and then you fold in your 120 gram of grated cheese. Now I use mozzarella and parmesan today. More mozzarella and less parmesan, because parmesan is a bit salty. So but I like the nuttiness and in the taste. So it makes about 18 to 20 puffs depending on how full you filled up. I filled it 3/4 full. For the size of the muffin tray that I use a mini muffin tray. Okay, if you are using the big one, is fine. So we are going to bake this for 10 to 15 minutes in preheated oven 220 degrees Celsius. Okay, so just hang on for a little bit more, and we will see the Brazilian cheese puffs when they are ready. So how long we need? Yeah, we need a bit more time, about 7 minutes, if you can hang on that long. Okay, so we begin with a simple cream baked pasta, a cream baked salmon recipe that doesn't require the Thermomix, but we cook our pasta in the Thermomix. Yeah, so yeah, if you look into this volume 5 recipe book, A Celebration of Baked Flavors, you can see that there is a category called the special recipes. Now these are the recipes that you only need the oven, okay, and some normal pantry tools. You don't need to use anything fancy or blender or food processor or Thermomix. You don't need that. Okay, you only need the oven to make this list of recipes here. All right. So yeah. So we begin with making the cream baked pasta, and then we cook our spaghetti. Cream baked salmon. We begin with making the cream baked salmon, and then we cook our pasta in the TM bowl. All right. So today I'm not as loud. I know I'm tired. Actually, I'm still tired, but I don't want to let myself stop, and I rest a lot. Okay, I rest a lot, and I drink a lot of water. But we mustn't always let our mind control us. If I feel sick, I will say a prayer for myself. I will take supplements. I will take fluid. I will take a lot of rest. But it doesn't mean that I will keep reminding myself that I'm not well. I'm sick. I'm tired. I think that is not the way that we should. I'm always a person that looks towards the positive side. So no matter how tired I am, I will still I've taken enough rest since Sunday until now. I don't have any life, so today is the first day that I have my life. So yeah, so I choose to do it. I choose to do it, not because people say, oh wow, so long never see you, because I choose to do it. I want myself to do something. Other time I will rest. After this I will go and take my nap as usual. Okay, so no worries. We should always encourage ourselves with a positive mind. Think towards that we are not sick, we are just tired. If we rest well, we will be okay. Okay, so this is my take on how I lived. So I don't know about you. So this is 涼水. I bought it this morning. This is very good. I always buy. Let me show you. See, I still have it. Yeah. No, I always buy this. Just boy. I always buy this sugar cane arrowroot stock. Okay, and it clears your body from the heatiness because Malaysia is really, really hot and humid the past week. And even today is very, very hot. I have a fan blowing towards me. That's why I don't sweat like last time. So let me take a look at the puffs and I'll come back, okay? I'll bring this to my daughter. See how cute they look? Cute, right? So now I will normally bake this longer for the little tiny cheesy dots to darken some more, and it will give me a very nice photo. So yeah, so this is done. Actually, this is done. So smells awesome. Smells good. So I will put this in the oven to darker it some more, but this is done already. This is good already. So I hope you enjoy the live today. Let me put this back first, yeah. So you have seen the puffs, you have seen the cream baked salmon, right? So yeah, I have given you recipes. So I hope you all have a good time today watching me, watching Mavis, watching the rest of the other people who will do live later on. So I will see you again tomorrow. Is Saturday, yeah. I will make a steamed kueh. Okay, I will make a steamed kueh. So if you want to cook along, I probably cannot show you the end result other than the one that I ate right in front of you the past few weeks ago. So which you have seen the finished product of the steamed kueh, but you can still do along with me by soaking. Don't forget, if you want to cook along with me, you have to soak the black glutinous rice for 3 hours or longer. Okay, so we are going to cook it here, but we need an hour to steam, so you probably won't be able to see the finished product. Okay, but it's a fail-proof recipe, so you will not have any problem. Okay, and my daughter will demo to you tomorrow the cheddar crackers. So yeah, thank you so much for everyone to tune in to watch me. Thank you so much. I will see you again tomorrow. Yeah, bye bye.